Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, if you can't tell by the title, we are playing with a very special brand new collection and I am so friggin' excited. So excited. So if you didn't know, I Heart Revolution has collaborated with Disney, well 3 of the Disney princesses, to create 3 beautiful collections and I am excited. So excited. So let's go ahead and let's jump straight on into it. So like I said, I Heart Revolution have collaborated with Disney to bring out 3 princess collections and I was so excited when I saw this. I was like, I need to get something from it. So yeah, we're going to be playing with one of the collections today. I'm going to go ahead and show you everything that I purchased, and then we're going to focus on one of the collections and do a little first impressions on it, that kind of thing. I'm excited. Just to let you guys know, the princesses that they collaborated with are Belle from Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella from Cinderella, and Tiana from Princess and the Frog. I really hope they come out with more like princess collections because my favourite princess is Rapunzel. And I would love if they come out with a Rapunzel one because it would just be like my absolute fave and I just feel like I need it. But I'm literally a massive Disney fan. So I love like all the Disney princess films, are like all my favourite. So yeah, I was so excited when this first launched. So for each collection they launched a palette, they launched a highlighter, they launched a lip gloss and they launched lashes. Now I didn't purchase any of the lashes. None lashes. I purchased all 3 palettes. I purchased 1 highlighter and 2 lip glosses. So the first collection that I'll show you guys is the Beauty and the Beast ones. This is Belle's collection. Can we just talk about the packaging? Like, it's got these really pretty roses along the side. If you can kind of see how cute. I actually love it. This is the box as well, but the palette just looks the same. So yeah, this is what the palette looks like. Exactly the same as the box. Really love it. And I think it's called A Tale of Enchantment because it has a Tale of Enchantment on the back. I'm guessing, I don't know if that's what the palette's called. I'm guessing it is. But look, it looks like this. It almost looks like a little bug, which I actually love. And the inside is just beautiful. It's literally beautiful. Really pretty. So they have like 3 blusher shades. This almost looks like a contour shade. I don't know if it's just me. But yeah. And then they also have 3 highlighter shades. I feel like in Cinderella the shades for the face are a lot lighter. And then in Tiana's one it's a lot darker. So I feel like this one is like the medium skin tones, that kind of thing. However, I do wish, and I know Makeup with Alex Kate said this in her video and I totally agree with her, I wish they did like 1 for each, like 2 for each skin tone, if that kind of makes sense. So like the top being like for pale skin tones for 1, so like 1 light blush shade, then 1 light highlighter shade, and then the second one for medium skin tones and the bottom for like deep skin tones. If that kind of makes sense, then everyone can kind of use it, because for this one I feel like I can definitely use something from it, but from like Tiana's one I feel like I can't use any of the face shades. Which is a shame because that is my favourite palette, to be honest with you. But yeah. And then on this side you get 18 eyeshadows, which I think is amazing. By the way guys, these palettes retail for £15. So to be honest with you, £15 for 18 eyeshadows and then 6 face shades. I think that's actually a really good bargain. The only thing you're not going to get with this palette is a mirror, which doesn't bother me at all, to be honest with you. But just in case you do love your mirrors, you're not going to get it in these palettes, but you do get some face shades, and I think that's really handy, and I do like that, especially for traveling, because you've got like a 2-in-1. The only thing you're really going to need is like a bronzer and then you're good to go. Yes. But yeah, I really love the shades in here. I think they're so pretty. Then I also got the Belle highlighter as well. So this is like the packaging, really nice. It's basically the same as like the palette. Got hair on it again, really nice. This highlighter retails for £8, which to be honest with you, I don't even mind. This is what the highlighter looks like, packaging. This also says A Tale of Enchantment on it as well, so I guess that's what it's called. And this kind of like opens up like a little book almost. And this is like a gold toned highlighter, really nice, really pretty. I'm excited to try this out. I don't know what to use because obviously in the palette it has highlighters in it as well. So technically you don't need to buy this individual highlighters. I just wanted to get one at least to try one of them out. But yeah, I'm excited. Okay, then moving on to the lip gloss. This is the last thing I picked up from the Beauty and the Beast. Well, Belle's collection, should I say. Because I didn't pick up the lashes, but the gloss comes in this packaging. So again, really nice packaging, really pretty. Again, it says A Tale of Enchantment on the back. Same as the highlighter, same as the eyeshadow palettes. This is what the gloss looks like. It's a beautiful gold shade. Again, it's like a dress. Her dress is like a gold shade, so of course it only seems fitting to have a gold lip gloss. How pretty is this? And look how it's got like the little rose at the bottom. So cute. I really love this. I can't wait to try this out. By the way guys, these glosses, all of them retail for £5, which I don't think is a bad price, to be honest with you. Just letting you guys know. Okay, moving on to the Cinderella collection. I only picked up the palette from the Cinderella collection just because I didn't feel like I needed the gloss, didn't feel like I needed the lashes, and I didn't feel like I needed the highlighter. So yeah, I literally just picked up the palette. I'm excited. This is what the packaging looks like. I love how it's got like these little pumpkins around the outside. So cute. Love the packaging for this one. So pretty. I'm obsessed. Again, the palette looks exactly the same on the outside. On the back it says just before midnight. So this is what the collection must be called. And this is what the palette looks like. How pretty is this? Again, like I said, the face palette side, the face shade side is like quite light. So if you are of a pale complexion, it will work for you. I just wish that they put like some more deeper tones in here. I mean, maybe if you're like a mid to skin tone, these might work okay for you, like the bottom ones, but yeah, I'm not too sure. And obviously the eyeshadows look like this. Really nice, like blue tones, really pretty. This is such a gorgeous palette. I cannot wait to play with this. I will be doing a video on each of the collections, by the way, guys. Like, how can I not? I have to, like, come on. Okay, and the last collection I got was the Princess and the Frog one. I picked up the palette from this collection and also the gloss. So yes, this is what the packaging looks like for the palette. So nice. I love it. And this has got like little crowns on the outside. So cute. I really like the detail for all of these palettes. Love the packaging. So pretty. On the back of the palette says real dreams come true. So really nice. And this is obviously what the palette looks like on the inside. Like I said, again, this has got like more deeper tones for like the face side. But the eyeshadows are beautiful, like honestly. And to be honest with you, I could get away with the face side as like eyeshadows as well. But I love it, and I love the colours in here. I love how this is such a bright palette. Like, I gravitate towards my bright palette, so I'm excited to use this and test this guy out. So excited, so excited. And then moving on to the gloss. The packaging is pretty much again the same, just like the Belle gloss. Same packaging as like the palette, that kind of thing. And this gloss is like a beautiful pinky bronze shade. It's so gorgeous. So pretty. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to test this out. I think it looks beautiful. Okay, so in today's video, guys, I'm going to be trying out the Belle collection. I thought I'd try this out first as I've got the majority of things from it and I wanted to try it out. I thought it looked so pretty. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's jump straight on into testing this collection. I'm going to do some swatches from the palette. I'm not going to swatch the whole palette, by the way, guys. Usually I kind of would, but I kind of don't want to. I kind of just want to swatch the shades that kind of appeal to me the most. So yeah, let's get some swatching some of these shades. I'm sorry about these swatches, guys, because they actually look awful. But here's a few of the shades to swatch. They swatch really well. You guys know that I don't base my opinion off swatches, but I just like to kind of like swatch them to kind of get a feel for them. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually excited. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to prime my lids off camera, and then we'll be back to test out some of these eyeshadows. So yeah, I'll be right back. So I've literally just primed my lids quickly off camera. I am so excited. I don't know what shades to use. I think I do actually. I think I'm lying. I really want to use like pinky tones in here. So I'm going to go into the first shade. I'm going to take the shade Rose, which is beautiful like pinky red shade. I'm going to start to pack this through my crease as I usually would. I love how there's like bits of like I love how there's texture in the shadows in these, like it's not just plain, they've got like, it looks like a bit of like a rose running through it. Oh, I forgot to mention, guys, like the names in these palettes are so cute. Like for this one there's Rose, there's West Wing, there's Beast, there's Magic Mirror, there's Gaston, there's Belle, there's Lumiere, there's Mrs. Cogsworth, there's like Maurice, Taylor's Oldest Time, Be Our Guest, that kind of thing. I love it. I love it. It's still packed on fine. It's still like there's no patchiness or anything. It's just taken me like a while to build it up, and I just think that's because it's firmly pressed in the pan. If it wasn't so firmly pressed, I feel like it'd be easier for me to like pack on, that kind of thing. But yeah, still a really nice shade. It's still packed on beautifully. There's not, I just realised there's not a lot of like matte shades in here in this palette. There's only 8 matte shades in here and the rest are like shimmers. Okay, moving on to the next shade, I'm going to take the shade West Wing, which is this beautiful, it's this beautiful pink shade here. I'm obviously going to start to blend out this red shade with it. It's not too red, it's more of like a pinky red, which I love. I love that. I honestly felt like that needed no effort, and I love it. I'm then just going to jump into a little bit of Mrs. Potts, which is like this creamy shade here, just because I feel like using a cream shade sometimes just helps. Not that the pink hasn't blended out well, it just helps to make it blend even better. If that kind of makes sense. I'm literally just taking like the tiniest amount. I'm not using too much because I don't feel like I need to. I'm going to go ahead, just build up these 3 shades again. I usually do this like one more time just to build up the intensity. It's exactly the same as literally what I've just done. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease, and then we'll be back to do the lid shade together. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I literally just cut my crease. I'm really impressed with these shades that I use. I know I only use 2 matte shades, but I'm actually impressed with them, and they seem to have built up really nicely and blended out really nicely. So yeah, I'm actually not mad, not mad. For the lid shade, I really don't know what to use. Oh, that shade looks beautiful. I think we're going to use that. We're going to use that. So I'm going to take the shade Lumiere, which is this beautiful bright gold shade in the middle. Oh, look at that. Yes, please, get on my lid. Get on my lid. I might use a little bit of Petal as well, this shade here, to put just next to where I've like put that matte shade. We'll use that first actually. We'll see how that applies. So I'm going to take the shade Petal first. I'm going to put that next to just where I put that matte shade. It's not as like shimmery as what I thought it was going to be. That's okay, like I'm not mad at that, to be honest with you. Like not mad at all. And then I'm going to go into that Lumiere shade, which is the first shade I said I was going to use. I'm going to start to pack this on the lid. It's going on fine. It's not as like bright and vibrant as what I thought it could be. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that Lumiere shade up. I'm gonna spray it with a little bit of my spray just to like see if it works better, maybe wet. To be honest, it's basically the same. And then I'm just going to go into a little bit of Magic Mirror, which is like this white shade down here, like a white shimmery shade. I'm going to pop that on the inner corner. Just a little bit to see. Oh. It's almost got like a little bit of pink in it, to be honest. So yeah, I actually quite like that. You guys know me, you know I love a bright inner corner. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna do this off camera, do the rest of my base off camera, and then we're back to test out the blushes. Yes, we've got the blushes to test out, and also I'm gonna try out the highlighter. I don't know. I think I'm gonna try this one out, but then I also might use one of the ones from the face palette as well, because I'm just so intrigued to see how they both perform like. And then of course we will come back and try the gloss as well. So yeah, I'll be right back. So let's just quickly put my face on, do my lips, that kind of thing, so we can get straight on into just doing the face. I'm going to quickly do my lower lash line actually. I'm thinking of using the Belle shade, which is this beautiful blue shade. I just thought it'd make the look pop, so we're going to actually use this. Oh, that's a really pretty shade. I wish there was more like blues in the palette. There's only two, but that's really cute. I really like that. It just adds a little bit something to the look, to be honest with you. So now for the face, now going in with the face product. For the blush, I think I'm going to take the shade Bonjour, which is the beautiful pink shade. There's quite a bit of kick up, which is fine. I don't mind that with face products. Oh, that is so pretty. It's a beautiful pink shade. It's like a pinky peach shade, but look how gorgeous it is. Oh, yes. Get on my skin. Literally packed on really beautifully, not patchy. It wasn't too pigmented, to be honest with you. Okay, and then obviously, for the highlighter shade, we have the one that I actually picked up by itself. But obviously there are 3 highlighters in the palette. This one looks stunning. I'm going to swatch it for you guys. Ooh, that's really pretty. It's definitely more on like the gold toned kind of side. Still, that looks really pretty though. There is one in the palette that actually looks quite similar, and this is called Be Our Guest. I feel like they might look quite similar. This is Be Our Guest, and the top one is the single pan highlighter. So the Be Our Guest shade is a bit more like a whitey kind of gold shade. I'm going to use the single highlighter because I'm just so excited to try it. I just need to I need to try it. It's very powdery, but it's like very, it's like very subtle almost. Like it's not subtle, but it is subtle. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Like it's definitely there, but it's like not as blinding as what I usually like my highlighters to be. You guys know me, then you know I love a good blinding highlighter. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of the Be Our Guest shade, this one here, and I'm gonna try and apply that on top as well, just to see if that actually like does anything, because it might do, I'm not too sure. Okay, definitely just does something. Yeah, there's definitely more of like a glow there. Like I said, I love a blinding highlight, so that's what I kind of wanted. But yeah, I don't know, this one's a bit more glowy. I feel like the single pan highlight is a bit more subtle, not as like, you know, like not as blinding as this one. Now guys, it is time for the gloss. So excited. Just to let you guys know, I am wearing the Revolution X Roxy like liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Tokyo. I just thought it would go so beautifully with this, and I kind of love it. So now it's time for the gloss. I am so excited. Like, I don't know if it's going to go really nice with this lip. We will see. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's pop a bit of this on. It's a really nice shade. It's very gold. I'll swatch it on the back of my hand just so you guys can kind of see what she looks like, obviously by herself. Very gold, but I'm not mad. I actually really like that. I feel like it'd look nice by itself as well, but I don't actually hate it on top of this lipstick. I actually quite like it. It's actually quite pretty. Okay guys, this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I love it. Love it. I'm loving it. I actually really like it. I just love the whole look, to be honest with you. I'm here for it. Here for it. So let's go ahead and talk through some of the products, well, the products that we used, because yes, we used them all. I'm excited. So obviously the first one that I used was obviously the palette, the main event of this whole video, I think, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm really impressed with it. The shades that I used, obviously from the eyeshadow side, I used West Wing Rose. They built up, blended out beautifully. They're a little bit more like firmly pressed into the pan, so a little bit difficult to kind of like apply. The rose shade, I mean, it's kind of like a little bit difficult to apply at first, but it packed on still really well. I just had to go in a few times, and yeah, it still blended out beautifully. I did use Mrs. Potts as well, and that again did the job. Belle actually was on my lower lash line, obviously looks gorgeous. I'm living. Then of course I went in for the lid shade. I went in the shade Petal, which built up really nicely. It's not as like as a babam, that's what I wanted it to be, but it's fine. I then went into the shade Lumiere. Lumiere swatches beautifully, and it still applies onto the lid beautifully. It packs onto the lid beautifully. I did obviously use I use a wet brush to help apply this shade, as it kind of like struggled, or I think it was just me, because I'm used to working with such foiled shadows that going into this shade, this isn't as foiled as I'd like it to be. However, it still packed on beautifully. It still worked really well with a wet brush and a dry brush, to be honest with you both. Love it. I then obviously used a magic mirror as well. I've got that on my brow bone as well, if you can kind of see. Really like it. It's got a nice like pink kind of undertone to it. It's nice and bright. It's a gorgeous inner corner shade. I'm obsessed. Love it. And then of course using the face shade, obviously I only use the shade Bonjour, so I can only speak for that for my blush shade, but it packs on beautifully. It wasn't patchy, it wasn't overly pigmented to begin with, and can build it up really nice. I used the shade Be Our Guest on top of the other highlighter. I definitely think that it's made a difference. It's still gorgeous, really glowy. I really like it. It's really nice. Nothing bad to say about it. So yeah, for this palette, guys, I think the price is actually really good. £15 for 18 eyeshadows and then for 6 face shades. I honestly think you're getting a bargain, to be honest with you. So I do highly recommend this palette, especially if you love Beauty and the Beast. You're going to love it. Okay, moving on to the highlighter. I was kind of a little bit disappointed by this, I'm not gonna lie. Then again, it could just be me. I really like the shade, really like the packaging. Also, guys, I love the packaging of the palette, just throw it in there. I really like the packaging, really like it. There's a lot of fallout, I'm not gonna lie, but it's nothing like too crazy. It just wasn't as glowy as what I'd want it to be. I like a very glowy highlighter. I like my highlighters to stand out. I like to look like I'm glowing to the friggin' gods. This didn't do that for me, but it did give me a nice subtle glow. So if you do like a subtle highlighter, you might like this. However, I love a blinding highlight, so I'm the complete opposite. However, it still packed on really well, still looked gorgeous, looked quite natural. So if you like your natural highlighters, you're gonna like this. But for me, I just like a bit more of a blinding highlight. But I still recommend this, especially if you love your natural highlighters. Still really cute. Love the packaging. Oh. And of course, the last thing that I tried out was the lip gloss. I love this. I forgot to mention this has a very like sweet scent to it, but it's not overpowering and I can't smell it right now. So yeah, I love this. I love it. I think it is such a gorgeous gloss. It is so pretty. It reminds me of a Fenty gloss actually. So I'm kind of glad I have this one because it's almost like a little bit of a dupe. Just putting it out there. But I love it. I think the gloss is so pretty. It's a gorgeous gold shade. I can imagine just wearing this by itself and it would still look beautiful. I love it. I'm so glad I picked this up because it's very unique. You don't see a lot of gold. Well, I don't anyway. I don't see a lot of gold glosses out there, and I'm so glad I picked this up. And especially for the price, such a bargain. Love it. Love the packaging. It's so pretty. I am obsessed. Let me know, guys, if you have picked anything up from this collection. Or if you want to pick anything up, let me know. I'm nosy. Also, let me know who your favourite Disney princess is. I already said mine. Mine is Rapunzel. I love Rapunzel. She's my absolute babe. Like, I love her. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. If you did, please remember to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as it really helped me out. As always, I will link everything else that I'm wearing on my face in the description box down below. Don't forget, guys, I will be doing a look using the Tiana palette and then the Cinderella palette because I want to use all three of them, want to try them all out. As always, I'll be linking my social media handles up above and also in the description box down below, so you can go and check me out there if you want to. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!